Hey guys, it's Phaedra from allthingsphaedra.com, and in case you missed a couple of my videos recently about some home improvement projects in the Baltimore area, I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you some of my home improvement projects. Now, am I a home improvement expert? Absolutely not. Which is why I'm bringing this to you, because I'm just like you. I have big projects I want to tackle, but I don't always know how or where. So, the big project I'm attempting to tackle on this hot holiday weekend is that of patio furniture refinishing. Now, I've done it before and I've not done it very well, and what I've got is some donated furniture that I thought was ready for the trash pile. It's got rust spots, I've spilled citronella candles all over it, and the cushions are just beyond repair. They're ready for the trash. So I thought, you know what? I talk a good game. It's time for me to actually do this project. And what I'm going to do is I am going to remove the rust stains, I'm going to repaint the furniture, and then I'm going to bring it back to life. Let me show you the tools that I'm starting with. The first thing I'm going to do is use this metal wire brush to get off all of the big pieces of rust. And once I get it all clean, then I am going to use rust converting black primer. Sprays on clear, but it turns to a black primer so that you know your rusted areas are covered, and then I can paint right on top of it. What do I have on top of it? I have this, it's called matte coffee bean, which I think will go nicely with my existing patio furniture. And then I'm going to add some bright cushions on top. So come with me, I'm going to show you the steps as I do it, success or failure. Okay, I've got the furniture in question here, and the first thing you want to do is find the right place to tackle this project. You want it to be in a well-ventilated area, and so I have chosen a shady spot. You don't want to do this in direct sunlight. A shady spot right underneath my deck. Now, another place you could do it is if you have a garage. You could do it inside the garage, but keep the door open because spray paint and the dust and everything else, you're going to want to let that air out. Step one is the easy one. All I'm going to do is clean off all the dust and dirt and everything that's already on there, and then I'm going to get started with the rust removal. Now that I've gotten all the dirt and dust off of the chairs, it's time to get the flecks of paint off, everything that's rusting, and that's what a good metal wire brush is for. And not only am I going to get the areas where the paint is peeling away from the rusty areas, but I also want to rough up the surface so that I have better adhesion when I go to use my spray paint. The good news is, when you, oh, that's satisfying. When you have a husband that loves power tools, he says, hey, I got something for you to use. And this is what he gave me. So this is an attachment to his drill. I'm a little scared of it, but this is going to help take the rust off, and yes, I will be using eye protection. I'm actually going to start with just a manual wire brush because I have some big areas where the paint is dying to come off, and then once I get the bulk of that off, then I'm going to go back with my power tool. Now, I did get brave and decide to use the power tool, and let me tell you, it makes quick work out of getting the rust off, getting the paint off. Let me show you how it works, and eye protection is a must. Okay guys, it's probably not looking Pinterest worthy yet, but that is the hardest part of the project. And then I just scraped all of the surface with the metal wire brush because you want something for the paint and primer to adhere to. So that's my next step, and what I've got, two products that are going to help me. These are called painter's tripods, and I've never seen them before, but this helps you prop up the piece of furniture while you're painting so you can get underneath, which is great. I bought this at Lowe's. This is Krylon Rust Converting Black Primer. This you really only need to put on the parts of the furniture that are rusted. And then I'm actually finished for the day, because they said it takes 2 to 3 hours to dry to the touch, but you want to wait 24 hours before you apply any coats of anything else. So it won't be until tomorrow before I can start to do the top coat. Well, believe it or not, it's been a few weeks since I've been out here working on this project, and that is because we had nothing but cold weather and rain, rain, and more rain. But I'm back, and I decided to spread out a tarp. I just thought it would make it easier. I wouldn't get grass stuck to the furniture. So I'm going to give it a quick wipe, and then we are ready to spray paint the first coat. I'm literally just using paper towel and water, and like I said, it's been a couple weeks, so the primer has definitely cured. And then Just to make sure it's perfectly dry, I brought an extra cloth to wipe it down. Finally, the moment I've been waiting for. We are ready to start paint. If you haven't used spray paint before, there are a couple tips. First of all, you want to shake it really well, and you want to make sure you hear that shaker ball in there. Alright, we're ready to begin, and you want to just make sure that you're doing slow, even back and forth strokes. If you see the paint starting to pool, then you're putting too much on. This is also why you don't want to do it on a windy day. And with the first bit of spray painting done on the table, I'm going to do a first coat on the chair. Okay, let's take a tour of where we are. So what you want to do is you want to apply a couple light spray paint coats, and you can do them fairly quickly after each other. You don't have to wait a long time. So I applied 2 coats to this side of the table and 2 coats to everything that you see on the chair except for the base and everything that's underneath. And I actually did that for both chairs. I want these coats to completely dry, and then I'm going to turn them upside down and complete the rest of the chair. Well, it's a bright and sunny day, but that's the whole reason I did this project, is so that I can sit outside and enjoy my deck, have plenty of seating to have people over, and it took a little while to finish it all because I had to wait for weather and I had to buy more paint, but let me show you the finished product. I ended up adding a second coat of the brown paint, and it took me a couple days because I wanted to make sure I got all sides. And then you might notice the cushions are a little bit different than what I started with. I decided to take the smaller cushions back and replace them with these large cushions designed specifically for larger chairs. And I have to tell you, I couldn't be happier with the way this project turned out. I hope this inspires you to do a little DIY of your own, even if you're not very handy.